So this is what I'm going to work on. So, yeah, the rutabaga there is all grazed back. But at least I'm learning which flowers they don't care for. And the tick seed here is also grazed. And I'm not happy about that. And it looks like they also like the campanellas, so that's grazed back. I'm shocked with that stone crop. It should be upright, and it's not, so I don't understand that. I'm hoping that as it gets bigger, that the stalks will get stronger. Like these are from my home. These are pink. Those are burgundy. They're clearly a different variety, but those are sturdy stalks. I don't want them flippy-floppy like that. And here's the lavender. So there was rain this morning, so everything is just soaked. The mock orange is doing well there. And look at these. Like this stone crop were from there, from the other garden, and they're fine here. So, oh, these have opened up. Oh my goodness. How gorgeous can they be? And they left that rutabaga over there alone. And the liatris is coming through there nicely. The other clump there as well. Oh, although it looks like they dug some up. Little monkeys. I find with the liatris, the corms kind of come up off the ground. So I think they were just testing to see if this was something yummy for them to eat. And then they discovered it wasn't. So now I can't tell which is the bottom. I think this is it. Do that. But the liatris are coming up, which is awesome. The Shasta daisies are okay. I think once we have the rocks replaced, ooh, that came down. Oh, it looks like it may rain again. Please, no. And then we've got this here. And this looks suspiciously like a little beaver. It has been raining so much here that like all the flowers are just getting washed out. My poor sand is getting washed away. Yeah, but look at this. Everything's just grazed. But it's a very hardy plant, so it'll come back. I'm going to do some weeding and then I'll go in. I won't be too long. And then I'll go in. I'm not going to videotape because there was so much weeding last year. I'll just show you my progress. I just spent not most, but a great deal of the afternoon here. So I've got this in the center here and up there. This little patch there. And I ended up finding more stones to outline the daylilies. We've got some in bloom, which is wonderful. And we have my little clematis there. So I just wanted to show you, I didn't get the hostas in. This took me a lot longer than I thought it would. So I topped it up with soil. So it's ready for the hostas. I'll do it next week. I don't know what the climate's going to be like during the week, so I'd rather not transplant it, and if it's going to be sunny, then lose them. I had the cottage keys in the car, and I had the car keys in the cottage. That's right. So that created a bit of an issue. And I went to my neighbors to try and get someone to help me. But unfortunately, they didn't. They were on their way down too. And they didn't have anything really that worked. So I came in the shed and checked everything. And I too did not have anything that worked. So I went back to my neighbors and asked to use their phone, and we had no service. So it's like, okay, I can deal with this. And I then went to my other neighbor, who was just about to leave. He was packing up his car. Asked him to use the phone. Called my daughter to see if she could come up and rescue me. To no avail. And then called CAS, which is what I should have done in the first place. So by then it was too late for me to go down. And I am still here. I've decided to stay the night. So I did put the hostas here. See how it goes. This seems to be leaning a little bit that way. That's much better. There we go. So I'm going to stay the night. And tomorrow I work from home. So what I'm going to do is stay here a little bit if the weather holds up. And I may, if it's nice, I may try painting that vase because I want to get the petunias in here. Obviously, if it's not nice and I can't work outside, then I'm just going to head down early. But if it is nice, then I'm going to work on this. Yeah. So I think for this evening, I'm going to just do some weeding. But I need to get this done so I can get the poor Stelladoros in. Interesting day. Oh my goodness, what a bunch of chaos. And I was outside for 6.5 hours waiting. So the neighbor over here, didn't have service, so I had to go to my other neighbor, who then came with me to see whether we could get into the cottage, and we couldn't, because I always lock everything before I leave. And look at this pattern here. Then they have a little rotunda here. Like, what is that about? I wonder how deep those go. So I couldn't go anywhere, and my neighbor was gracious enough to wait with me. He didn't have to. I told him he could go now that I knew that CAS was coming, but he stayed. Very frustrating when you can't do stuff that you had planned to do. So for me, it was kind of a wasted day, but we're good. We're good. All's well. So my little buddy is over here. What is it? I don't have any peanuts on me. Let's go get some. I don't like days like this because I feel so unproductive. This morning, however, I did manage to get this area here done. I'm going to continue on here, see if I can do it up to here. And then I'll continue to section these off, or maybe I'll work over there and put some soil around the clematis there. So again, I'm not going to bother you or bore you with that. I'll just show you when it's done. Love those rocks around the daylilies. And I really like how this is looking here. Very nice. Looks really pretty. You can't really see in the video, but it looks really nice. Just the way that it's laid out. Beautiful flowers. Really pleased with how they're doing. These are the ones on the deck that keep getting these dark spots on the leaves, and I can't figure out why. Oh. Yeah, I just can't figure out why. So I'm just going to go with the flow. This one here, same thing. This is the second year I've noticed where the flowers on the deck in the pots are really scraggly. Over here, these two. Now, I still have these to put in, which is going to be my project on the weekend. However, this pink one here is doing well. That one is doing fabulous. I love that fuchsia on that blue. It's just stunning. And my fuchsias here are doing okay. Lots of blooms. But the little impatiens down there are doing well. I love it when they're like that. I love full blooms, full vases like this. But after a while they get scraggly like that. I love the way they spread. I really like it. So those there are doing well. Nothing has happened with that log back there. And the white, I don't know if you can see behind there, behind Looney Bin, is doing quite well in the car. Look at that big hole over there. Little chippy decided to move in. These are beautiful. I'm going to put red impatiens there because it doesn't look like any of the impatient seeds as I was hoping for made it. So I'll add a little bit of soil and I'll put some red impatiens there. I was hoping for white, but it is what it is. Or maybe I'll put the petunias, but the petunias are purple and fuchsia. So I don't know if that's what I want there. I'll have to think about that. Maybe I will put them in there and put the impatiens down below in the old fire pit. So I love this here. I may add, just tuck a few of the red impatiens back there if I go with the purple here. If not, maybe I'll put some petunias back there, but I don't think I have enough, so that may not happen. So love how these are doing over here. The red ones here are doing absolutely phenomenal. Look how beautiful these look. I still don't have anything, no blooms from this rhododendron, but I'm ecstatic that it keeps coming back. So I did more weeding over there yesterday rather than down here. I don't know why. So I think I'm going to focus there because I did do quite a bit. Next week, if I'm brave enough, I'll go into the crawl space and take out the holes. But I did all of this here. And these plants are looking nicely. I'm going to stake those, I forget what they're called, agaranthus or something. These umbrella type of things here. I like it to grow a little bit more upright. But I did this. I was going to do the top here today. And I think I would prefer that than down there because that grass is really tall and I don't know if there's any little critters underneath. Yeah, so maybe I'll do this and then get that. So yesterday I tried to use the rake, one of the little things here, to try and pick the lock, and it didn't work. Anyway, thank goodness that my neighbor, Brian, was home. He was just on his way out. He was packing up the car, and he said if I had gone 3 minutes later, he wouldn't have been home, and I would have freaked at that point. I'm going to tuck a couple of impatiens there as well. There is another hosta on the other side that I am going to move. These have just gotten too massive here, as well as the Shasta daisies, but look how gorgeous these are. Oh my goodness. Just beautiful. These, I know the bees love them, but I hate scraggly things like that. So I'm going to have to think what to do with them. Someone's coming. So these will be in bloom soon. Look at these, and these I have to separate because my little lilac is being pushed out and I want a lilac here. But these plants are all doing phenomenal. So look at these geraniums. The plant is doing great. But I think that's the rain. We've been getting so much rain and it's so humid. My goodness. And then here is my little garden. So I transplanted it yesterday and it's doing well. Again, that bigger hosta is leaning towards the left. I think I'll see how it's doing next week. And if it's still doing that, then I may just press it further down at the front. And I'll just take another look. Yeah, no sign of any petunias here. So much for the seedling effect. I think the weather is just too cold for for the seeds to survive here, but there's all sorts of other seeds that do just well. So these shastas are unbelievable. Look at the lavender here, beautiful. You know, now I'm not sure I want to put, I was going to put beads on that stump before, and then I decided not to. And then I thought of putting like little flat stones, you know, the black ones you get at the dollar store. But it's covered by, the base is covered by the flowers, so I don't know if I'm going to do that. And look at those hens and chicks, how well they're doing there. And over there too, they really like being here. So this lavender is a little bit more disciplined than that one, but I love how this is looking. Put the spriggana here. It's doing okay. I'm not sure how it will pan out. And this is definitely next week's project. Look at the poor stelladoras over there already in bloom. And the hydrangeas are doing beautiful. Those purple stone crop there, I don't mind them being like that actually. At least they're not floppy. But I don't know that they'll be able to survive there in the long run. So there's our S. Love this, how it came out. There are a couple of cracks on there, so I'll have to keep an eye on it. Love the steps here. The rutabaga is coming back. I'm just going to clear some of these leaves, give it more sun. And here too. But this is something that I have to keep an eye on because it's something that the groundhogs are going to keep coming back for. So this pot is massive. It's probably 2 feet across. Gorgeous. I'm going to have to clean them up again because with all the rain, they're just dying. So this one is under the hemlock and gets shade from the hemlock. So I don't understand why this one does well and those two on the deck don't. I don't get it. Anyway, it is what it is. It is what it is. Oh, it's getting busy on the lake now. So I'm going to move 2 hostas from here. They're choking out the other plants. The campanella is also coming back. I love those because they stay in one spot. I have some campanella here too. Don't know where they are. And the rutabaga is coming back. The tick seed coming back too, but it's iffy. So I'm going to remove that little hosta at the front there. I'm going to leave these to see how they go. If they maintain this space, I'll leave them here, but if they get any bigger, I'm going to have to maybe move this one as well, this one here.